Hi everyone, this is Sricharan. So today I am excited to present my mini project called LifeLink, the digital bridge between donor and hope. So this project is done under the guidance of Dr. G. Srinivasalu, Associate Professor and HOD of CSC Department. So before going deep dive into my project, I would like to explain some of the challenges we are facing today. Every day, thousands of patients face life-threatening delays in receiving critical donations. So most of the donations today are still happens at the hospital. So people wait in long queues, submit multiple forms, and lot of paperwork going on. During emergencies, this traditional workflow is very slow and inefficient. So it makes the recipient extremely difficult to find a particular donor. There are many existing applications where we can find a donor or recipient like Friends to Support. So this is one of the world's biggest platform where you can volunteer the blood donations, find the blood donations nearby. This mostly depends on static data. There is no location tracking in this application, no instant alert, and no individual connectivity or communication between donor and recipient. And there are some of the government websites like e-Raktakosh. This is also one of the blood donations application where you can find the multiple donors. But these applications focus mainly on, but these applications mainly focus on blood donations only. They does not focus on organ donations, stem cells, plasma, or tissue, or any other types of donations. So one of the trending application is uBlock, which is a modern app that improves the blood donation process, but it does not focus on other types of donations. And there is no a unified platform which has blood, plasma, stem cells, organs, tissues, and other types of donations. So basically, in emergency cases, also these applications lack many problems. So these systems helps, but they have many limitations. So to fill exactly this gap, so I have come up with an idea called LifeLink. So it solves one of the most major problems in the current world. So it includes a real-time tracking of donors and recipients. So LifeLink offers real-time tracking, identifies the nearest available donor, and instantly during emergency. It sends alert systems and notifications to the donors or recipients who are available nearby, it also provides a unified platform for various types of donations like blood donation, organ donation, tissue donation, stem cell donation, and other types of donations. And it also consists of a smart AI-powered matching system where, based upon the eligibility criteria of donors and recipient, they will be matched, and of other features which makes the LifeLink a unique application. In short, LifeLink removes hospital queues, paperwork delays, and manual searching. So it transforms the outdated, slow, and fragmented process into an automated, real-time, and life-saving digital networks. Let me walk you through the key features that make the LifeLink a unique and powerful application. So the first feature is location-based matching. It connects the users with closest available donors or recipients, optimizing the emergency gaps. And our next feature is multi-type donation support. So already said, there are various types of donations like blood donation, organ donation, tissue donation, and stem cell donation. Next feature is AI-powered smart matching system. So basically, I will be developing an algorithm for this. So based upon the eligibility criteria of both donor and recipients, I will automate the process so that they can match each other, and providing the various features soon after the matching, either donor or recipient can reject, accept, and withdraw it. And the next feature is comprehensive history tracking. Basically, it tracks the donations and recipients history, so maintaining the entire history of donors and recipients at each time. And dual roles. In my application, a user can be a donor and recipient at the same time. So simultaneously he can donate and also he can receive. So this feature is not seen in the most of the existing systems. Also, I will be including the AI chatbot. I will also be including a chatbot which assists the process in which assist in the process of making a donation or recipients, and providing a basically it provides a guidance to the users like how they can donate, what is the current status of the donation, and any type of other assistance. So let me explain you the tech stack I am using in this application. LifeLink is powered by a modern and production-ready technology stack. So for the front end, I will be using the React Native, a unified platform which supports both iOS and Android, and be using the Expo framework in the React Native. While speaking about the backend, I will be using the Spring Boot with Java, and the architecture type is a microservices, which is highly scalable and consists of an independent services. For the database, I will be using the PostgreSQL. About the authentication and authorization, the Spring Boot provides a the Spring Boot the Spring Boot provides various dependencies, which also include the Spring Security. So I will be doing the authentication and authorization with the help of Spring Security. For the caching, I will be using the Redis. So and for authentication, I will be generating the JWTs, which is a JSON Web Token based upon the JavaScript object notation. And for about the authorization, I will be using the role-based access control using custom AOPs in the Spring Boot. And the architecture I am using is one of the complex architecture, that is the microservices, where each service is independent and deployed separately and highly scalable. So these services needs to be intercommunicated. So I will be using the synchronous and asynchronous communication. So about the synchronous communication, I will be using the REST, a representational state transfer based upon HTTPS, gRPC, and Flink client for efficient service to service communication. And about the asynchronous communication, I will be using the Apache Kafka for event-driven communication. And the deployment, currently I have deployed the application on the local build, that is, and exposing it through the localhost tunnel, which is provided by the Ngrok. So Ngrok provides a free HTTPS domain, which also includes the TLS and SSH certificates. And as it provides the URL, so every request triggered in that URL will be redirecting to my application, running the application on Oracle virtual machines or the AWS. So LifeLink is built upon a robust microservice architecture, which means the entire system is divided into small components and independent services. Independent services each responsible for its own special features or functionality. And this design provides a highly scalable, resilient, and modular application, allowing every component to grow horizontally and update without affecting each other. So these microservices consist of an API gateway, which is a application program interface. Basically it is the gatekeeper of my application. Every request goes through this API gateway, and this API gateway handles the routing part. And I have the core services, that is the user service, recipient service, matching service, and an ML based matching service. So this service intercommunicates with each other and handles the specific logic independently. Along with, I have some of the supporting services, that is authentication service. It will do the authentication process, and about the authorization, and the core services do the authorization there. And application layer, as I have already said, I will be using the synchronous and asynchronous communication in this application. Content, I have developed a user interfaces for donor and recipients. As you can see the system architecture overview. So whenever the client, that is my React Native application, sends any request, sends any sends any request, the request is caught by the API gateway here. The API gateway uses a Eureka. The, the API gateway uses Spring Clouds, which is based upon the Eureka developed by the Netflix. So this Eureka server is used to register the various services inside the domain, and directly communicate with the services without specifying the entire domain name. As you can see, the first service is user service. So the user services will handle the user related tasks such as the user management, creating the profile in my application, and Speaking about the authentication service manages the login, that is the generation of JWT tokens and validation of OTPs workflows for passwords mechanism and other mechanisms. About the donor services, it manages the entire medical details of the donor, that is the eligibility criteria, medical details, location, and HLA profiles. And the next is recipient service. So recipient service handles the recipients profiles, creating they can manage they can view the status, urgency level, and availability for matching. So these recipient service and donor services exactly almost same to each other. And about the matching service performs a scheduling for every 15 minutes. It triggers the another service that is written in Python, that is the ML matching service. So for every 15 minutes, the matching service sends the pending donations and pending requests. So these pending donations and requests are accepted by the ML matching service, and ML matching service perform the algorithm and automate and matches the donors and recipients. And about the notification service, as you make a donation or a receive request, you will be notified, and as soon as a donor or a recipient is matched for your request, you will be notified. And about the alert system, I have developing this alert system. So basically, every profile in my application will be notified if a recipient make a request. And you can see the use case diagram and class diagram. So about the class diagram, this is my entire database of the user service, and as you can see, this is the donor service class diagram. This is the database and the recipient service. So donor and recipient service are almost same. And the matching service, a user makes a donation, his entire details of his donor profile and the donation details are sent as a request to matching service, and the matching service accepts and store it in its own database there. So as the microservices states that each and every service should have a separate databases. So for every request, so the matching service handles this data and store it in its own database. And similarly, the recipient service also acts in same way. Whenever the user make a receive request, the entire details like his donor and like his recipient profile and his request data are stored in the matching service. And this matching service performs a scheduler for every 15 minutes. It triggers the machine learning algorithm, and this machine learning algorithm outputs which donor to pair with another recipients. So it automates the process of matching the donor and recipients. This is the entire workflow, the sequence diagram. And speaking about the current development process, I have developed the entire application. About the user service, I have completely developed and tested. About the backend, about the user service, I have completely implemented the functionality of user management. About the authentication flows and gateway, I have tested entirely generation of JW token and OTP sending and validation of emails. Everything is tested there. And about the donors and recipient services, the core services, I have implemented it. And in the machine learning services and matching services, created a batch scheduler, and everything is working fine. And about the front end, I have created many separate screens, each are separated to other. Developed the separate screens for donors and recipients, and a status screen for viewing the entire status of their application, and dashboard for viewing the nearby donors or recipients. So let me explain you the challenges I have encountered in the application. As it is a microservices oriented application, the architecture itself is very complex, and I did go through a lot of documentation and my own research. And this microservices architecture follows a various patterns. So I have followed a API gateway pattern where every request is handled by the API gateway, and API gateway communicates with the authentication service for authentication and forwarding the request to downstream services. And about the asynchronous communication, it was a lot of pain with asynchronous communication with Apache Kafka, as I am new to the event-driven communication. So Apache Kafka uses a event-driven architecture where Apache Kafka stores data in the topics, and these topics are consumed by various services independently, implementing its own implementation. And implementing this asynchronous communication included the thread synchronization also. Like multiple topics are if the multiple events are occurring, I need to handle the various events synchronously and without repeating into the database again and again. And designing a high scale database also one of the tough challenges I have encountered. So as the microservices follows, a service has its own separate database, so making it independent from each service. But another major problems also I have overcome, like data redundancy. The data is redundant in each and service, like the donor and matching service consist of the same data. So but with some changes I have improved it such that the matching service handles the matching service stores the entire history of donors and recipients. And speaking about the role based access, I need to learn how the custom AOP works, and implementing the custom annotations for authorization is also one of the challenging. And speaking about the front end, it was a whole new world to me. I was learning the React Native with Expo, and uh, going through each and every basics, which also took a lot of time and resources. But eventually, I have succeeded in building the entire front end of the application. I have implemented the responsive UI using the flexbox with percentage based dimensionality. So basically, the various phones consist of various dimensionality. So implementing the same responsive UI for uh, each and every phone is a bit of difficult, but I have achieved with percentage based dimensionality using the flexbox. And handling the multi-role in the UI also a huge task. Like a donor, like in my application, a user can be a both donor and recipient at the same time. So handling these roles on the front end took a lot of effort. So let me test the entire application. In the right side corner, you can see the LifeLink application. So let me open it quickly. So this is the loading screen I have developed. So this is the home screen you will be redirected to when you are not logged in. As you can see, you can scroll down, and you can also change the themes to light theme. So this is the dark theme, and now this is the light theme. As you are new to the application, let's create a new account. So this is the interface you will be seeing when you create a new account. As you can see, the validations are also performed, and this is the sign in. So first, let's create a new account. So as you can see, you need to give the information. Let's enter it, and this is the Gmail you need to enter. Let's enter the date of birth also, and as you can see, this is the custom selector for the database, and this is also a custom selector, and you need to enter the username, a unique username, or else the backend will throw, and the front end, like I have took a random image and entering. Now let's create a new. As you can see, the registration is success, and now you need to log in. Now let's log in by entering the username and password which we have created the account. Now as you can see, the login is successful. And so to see the near, as you can see, these are the various screens here: map screen, request screen, profile screen. This is the profile, and in the map screen you can see the current location. I am using the Google API for loading of the map, and I am using the OpenStreetView, an open source platform for direction. And this is the sidebar you can see. First you need to enable the location. You can see the Sricharan profile is nearby, and you can see he's donating the AB negative blood group. This is the donor screen. If you are not if you are not created a donor profile, you will be viewing this screen. So become a donor. So first you need to create a donor profile, then you can make a donation, and after that you can view it in the status screen. And after that you will be redirecting to the matched result screen, where you can view the entire details of the other party who is matched with you. I have already created a donor profile. So now let's create a recipient profile. You can see it has set up the recipient role. So backend added a recipient role here, and you can see the form. You need to enter the essential information I have given here. So the first one is the medical information. So I am entering the NA for the medical diagnosis, which is have nothing in the medical diagnosis. So I have entered the NA. First, let's update the location. So basically, it will be taking the current location. Let's give a sample location near the Asian Mall. And about the allergies also, I have kept NA, which is which means nothing. And let's enter the essential details. So I will fast forward it so that it reduces the time. So as you can see, I have performed all the validations. Like while entering the data also, it is showing you the validations. It is assisting you to enter this value only. So let's enter the blood pressure, and the blood pressure should be in the specified format only, or else it will throw the errors, and you need to enter the specified formats. And the glucose level also I have entered here, and creatine level. All the star marks should be all the star marks fields are necessary fields. You need to enter them, and a drop down menu there. Let's enter the age and the weight and centimeter, and the BMI is automatically calculated here, and almost everything is okay. And about the alcohol and smoking, I have kept never smoked here. And if they are a heavy user or formal user, and another moderate user, you need to enter the drinks per. You need to enter the more essential details. Or a formal user, you need to enter the date where you have quit the smoking or alcohol. And let's enter the location. Let's enter the location address line here. So the HLA profile, if you are making a blood donation or blood request only, the HLA are not required. Then the blood donation, you need to fill the HLA profile also here. So for now, I have ignored the HLA profile. Entering the HLA profile, you need to enter everything here. As you can see here, like you will be showing the custom validations. You need to enter the every HLA profile here. So for now, let's do only a blood donation. And you can see the final agreement here, the terms and conditions. You can read the terms and conditions here. So the above details are to agree to the above details, like the above details filled are accurate and are in the reports. Let's complete the registration process here. You can see the registration is successful. It redirects to the recipient page. Now let's see the dashboard is changed here. So previously it has shown you the register as a recipient. Now it has shown you the entire details here completely from the retrieving from the backend here. You can see the entire details are filled here and about here. So also you can update the details here, like changing the if you change here the fields about the star fields. If you are not enter the star fields, and you cannot submit the form here. So it says the form is incomplete and you need to enter them. It is mandatory. So this is the entire data as you have entered. Now let's create a request here. As you can see, only the blood type request is available here. Organ, tissue, and stem cells request type are disabled as you are not entered the HLA. It says the HLA is required. So for now, let's continue with the blood donation. It automatically fetches the location you have entered, and you can select the location there. If you have entered the multiple location, and it will be asking you for the location where to deliver the donation. Now let's select the blood type. I am going with A positive one, and the urgency is critical. Quantity is the quantity is 0.4 liters, and if you enter the quantity other than 0.5, it will throw the validations. And about the notes, it is not mandatory. You can enter the note also. Like I have entered the needed urgently here and submitted the request. So the request is successful here. In the backend, the events are created here asynchronously so that matching service accept those events. And you can see the profile here. In the receive section, you can view the receive. And here you can view the nearby activity. See hello profile. You can see the hello profile is I have created it now. And in the nearby activity, hello is also added. In the receive section also, you can view the request performed by the user. So as I have created the hello profile user, the hello profile user is requesting for a positive, and you can view here. And also you can change the theme settings here also, and just click the setting button and you can change the themes here, like the dark mode and light mode and the system default mode. The system default mode fetches the system default theme color. I am using the dark theme, and let's switch to the light mode, how it looks. So this is the light theme. See, you can see everything in the light theme here, each and everything, and the validations are red. And uh, now let's see the status. So this is the status screen where you can view the donations and requests performed by you in the request, and you have a, so currently the active request and no current completed or cancelled request. So the active request is blood type, which I have done now. You can see the details. I have entered a positive as I have created the request, and you can also cancel the request here also by you need to give the reason and additional notes for it, and also a notification also I have included. Let's switch to the dark theme, which I prefer more. And you can also search for other profiles here, like I have already created some profile like Sri Charan, two profiles of Sri Charan. One is donor and another is recipients. You can see he has made these many donations. You can see the profile and you can follow him also. Once you reload, the followers will be and you can see the followers and following also here. So now let's scroll down and make another type of request here. And this request creating an AP positive donation and the high level urgency and same the 0.4 quantity. And above the notes, I have entered the help me needed urgently, and the request is successful. In the backend, these events are accepted by the matching service, and matching service performs the scheduler. As I have said you, the scheduler will trigger the ML matching service, and ML matching service will be responsible for matching the donor and recipients. For now, I have decreased the scheduler time. I have kept only for 2 minutes, and within the 2 minutes, we can view the results here. So as you can see, for our blood type, A positivity is matched. When we click here, it redirects to the match results screen, as I have said you. And in the match results screen, you can view the entire matched details. And so this is the activity. So this is the activity screen, that is the aka the match results screen, where for your for your receipt for your request or donations, the who is matched with you, and every each and every other details of other party profile is present in this screen, present in this section. As you can see, I have created two requests, that is A positive and AB positive. So for A positive request, a donor is matched here. Let's see who the donor is. It loads the matching details. So here you can see the entire matching details, like the match information, which consists of what is your role, the match type, the donation type, entire everything. So the donation type is blood types, and the request type is also blood type. So both are given there. The request blood type is O negative, and the compatibility score, it is given by the ML matching service. So the overall score is 78%. The blood match is 85, and the location is very near to us, so it is 99%. And the medical match is 75. The medical details which I have entered is almost matched with the donor, and the urgency score uh, is just, as the match is just created now, so it is in the pending status, and the donor also, in the pending status. These are the IDs you can see. Also you can see. So the hello profile is matched with Sri Charan here. So you can see the entire street children profile here. So previously, when you are searching on the search bar about the street children, you can see only the email. You can see only the public profile, and when we click on it, you can see the entire details, which we will. And you can see the request details what you are entered here, and this is the location which I have used the open street view here to view the directions. And you can see the three locations here, that is your current location, your registered location, and the other parties, that is donor location. So the green one here is the home location, that is I have given this when I am creating the request of blood request of A positive. And you can see the direction from home, and home to the recipient, home to the donor. And you can also see the location from current location to the donor location. So OpenStreet View has helped me a lot to do with these directions. Now let's see the donor profile. So here you can see the entire donor profile. It's his medical details, his eligibility criteria, everything when he has entered. Now let's confirm this request. Now it goes through the various stages here. First, in the first stage, as I have said, in the first stage it is pending status. Now when a recipient confirms, so it will be, so the status will be changed to recipient confirmed, and if the donor confirmed first, the status will change to donor confirmed. And if you reject the match, it will be cancelled status. Now, so as you have seen, it is confirmed now, and within the 48 hours, the other party, that is the donor, if within 48 hours, if the donor is not confirmed, the match will be automatically expired. So it goes to expired status. Reload again. So in the meanwhile, as you can see, we have created another request, right? AB positive. So it is also matched with another donor. Let's see. So as you can see, now the status is recipient confirmed, and this withdraw confirmation is only done within 2 to 3 hours only. You can see our for our board donations, a donor is matched, and you can also cancel the request. So let's try it. Let's cancel the request. I have received it from hospital, and this is additional notes which is ignored. As you can see, it is cancelled by recipient. You can also see the date and everything. Date at which time it is matched. You can see it is cancelled. The for the AB negative, for the AB positive request, every match is cancelled here. Let's test it. We can also withdraw, right? Like I have withdrawn here, and again you can also confirm within 2 hours. You can see the status has gone through withdrawn status. Let's reconfirm it again, and the status again changed to recipient confirm. Let's log into the donor profile now. You can also log out from sidebar, or you can log out from here. Let's log out and sign into the donor profile now. That is Sri Charan. I have given the username. So login as a donor now. As you can see, you can also view the notifications here, and his entire donor profile also here. You can see his entire donor profile, his medical details, his eligibility criteria, HLA profiles, and validations also here. Everywhere the validations are done perfectly. Let's go to the status here. So these are cancelled by the donor, and some of them are also expired. So you can also view the notification panel here, and these are the notification received. So I have been testing it from last 16 days, so you will be viewing those also. And 7 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, and you can also mark it as read. Everything is read now. Now let's go to the status screen here, and you can and in the activity you can view everything, and this is the pending request currently, and you can see the recipient confirmed, which where the hello profile is confirmed the request. Now the donor needs to make the confirmation here. You can see the status of recipient there also. Previously it was pending and now it is confirmed. And you can also view the profile of other party, that is the recipient here, and see the location also when you click on that. And here you can see his entire profile data, what he has entered here. And let's confirm as a donor now. So now let's confirm as a donor. So as you can see here, both the donor and recipients are agreed to proceed with the donation. So as the both parties have confirmed, and you can also withdraw this within 2 hours gap only. So you can see in the active it is and the status is changed here to confirmed. So as both the donor and recipients have confirmed, the status the status is changed to confirmed now. And you can also delete the notifications here, like 17 days back ago I have created this and also delete it. And this is the profile you can see here. And you can also simultaneously be a recipient also. Now let's log out and go to the recipient profile. So the final confirmation is only done by the recipient, like he has to say that he has received or not. As you can see here also, you can see the notification like 11 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, the match is found by the particular profile, like Sri Chiran 123 is matched with you. These are the notifications. These are the in-app notifications, and I also done the email notifications also, which I will be sharing with you. And let's go to the status screen in the active and confirm. It is in the confirm state. Now let's see what is the next state. See, you can withdraw the confirmation within 2 hours gap only. Now let's confirm the completion of the entire process. You need to enter the name, the hospital name. It is optional, or you can enter it. Like I have entered the AIG hospital, and you need to enter the note, and it's mandatory. Like I have entered the, and as you can see, the entire process is completed here. The donation is marked as completed successfully, and the status is updated on both profiles. Now here in this you can see this profile. The entire data you are viewing is historical data. Let's try to update the details here. Let's log out and go to the donor profile. Now let's update the donor profile so that is the correct is the historical data is shown there, or the current data is shown here. In the activity you can see there. So this is the entire historical data, and you can see the profile there, and the same exact thing. And so let's try to update the donor profile blood pressure. Like currently the data, so currently the blood pressure is 119 by 79. Let's try to update it and see whether the recipient is viewing the historical data or the current data. So I have updated to 115 by 78. So the recipient should not see 115 by 78 blood pressure. He need to see the previous blood pressure only. Now complete the registration. So mention one more thing, and if there are any pending status of donation or recipients, you will be seeing this. Like the profile is locked when you create a donation or recipient request. The profile is locked. You cannot update your details because the matching service is performing its scheduler. So if you update them, we need to update that also. So basically it makes the architecture whole complex. So that's why I have created this feature. So it locks the profile, and after the completion of After the completion of donation process or recipient process, you can update it, or you can cancel the donation or recipient. So for now, let's cancel the pending donations. So there are many pending donations. Let's cancel them. So I have cancelled the donations here. See, in the activity status also everything is cancelled, and these are the expired one, which were more than 48 hours, which had expired. Now let's try to update the profile here. Like it is 119 by 79. I need to update 115 by 75. So the recipient should not see 115 by 75. He should be viewing 119 by 79 only. So let's log into the recipient profile and see whether the data is changing or not. As I have implemented a comprehensive history tracking, he should be viewing only 119 by 79. See, as you can see here, the blood pressure is only 119 by 79. So the data you are viewing is entirely historical data. Even after the matching, if the donor updates his details, you will be not viewing those details. You will be seeing the historical data. Here you will be viewing the historical data. And that's it. This is the entire application. You can make a multiple donations here, and you can view the profile. And about the chatbot, I am currently working on the chatbot for assisting. So, and you can view the status directly from here also. And you can also edit the profile. You can change the profile, gender, everything, date of birth. You can see the entire source code here. I have used the IntelliJ IDEA Ultimate version for developing the backend of this application. You can see the separate each and every separate services here, like the authentication service, donor service, gateway service, matching service, notification, recipient, service registry for registering the services, and user services. The entire code here. So this is the controller. These are the controllers of user services, and you can view the entire code here. So proto buffers are used for gRPC. So gRPC uses a HTTP2, so which is very fast, based upon the binary protocols, and which is extremely fast when comparing with the JSON or REST calls, with the JSON and REST calls. You can see the Redis also. You can see the Redis configurations I have used here, and the refresh tokens. And this is the matching scheduler. So every 15 minutes, the matching scheduler will be executed, and it triggers a ML matching service. For now, I have given 2 minutes here just for testing only, and basically I will be making it to 15. And you can see the entire code. And this is the matching service event handler, and basically the Kafka events are handled here. So every time you make a donation, your entire profile with donation details, location, and HLA profiles are accepted here. I will be using the thread synchronization methods here, using the concurrent hash map and renat and lock. I have implemented the synchronization methods here. This is also maintained in the matching service only. About the core services, these are the core services, that is donor services, and it also consists of proto buffer for gRPC communication. These are the entity models and the donor service implementation here. You can view entire source code on the GitHub. And about the front end, you can view it on the VS Code. So about the front end, you can view it on the VS Code here. You can see these are the core screens. In the navigation, I have the various screens divided: the donor screens, the donate screen, and donor screen here. and hub screens and profile screens, recipient screens, status screens. Everything I have created, and it uses the various components in the component section created. So this uses the dashboard component. This consists of dashboard components, donor components, profile components, recipients, and other components. Utilities for and utility classes. So this is the entire code here, and for build I have, and this is the Android build I have used. And you can also view my GitHub here, and in the GitHub I have created a separate organization called LifeLink, so you can view the entire code here. So these are the working days I have did here. So I have started this project on 15th April. This is the first commit on 15th April. So before only I have started there, and this is the entire history of the project. The entire working I have did is posted on the GitHub. So as I have created a separate organization, this is the first README file. So here you can view the tech stack and watch the demo of the application, which redirect to the Google Drive, and you can see and in the repository section you can see the entire code here. So this is the LifeLink server, the front end, and which is and so this is the entire server code I have written. So this is the entire server code. So this is the entire server source code in the LifeLink server repository, and the front end consists of the entire source code here of the front end. You can go through the code. So about the future enhancements, I need to improve the machine learning more advanced way. So which helps to assist the user, which help to assist both the donors and recipients, and integration with the chatbot also one of the future enhancement. And about the deployment, I have used the Docker for the local deployments only. For the local builds and deployments, I have deployed it on Docker scale, and I want to make it to a full scale Kubernetes development also, implementing the CI and CD pipelines with Kubernetes, which automates the process and easily scalable and resilient deployment applications for auto scaling. So in the conclusion, the LifeLink solves the major problems in finding the donors and recipients. So based upon the various unique and powerful features, and fills the major gap in the current market. And here I have given the link to the source code. And so in the end, so in conclusion, LifeLink is a revolutionized platform for donor and recipient matching ecosystem. And so I have built a scalable solution that successfully bridges the donor and recipient gaps with highly scalable microservices architecture. So this platform enables the fast responses, which significantly reduces the time in emergency situations. So I have also maintained the AI vision in building the microservices. So so the LifeLink application with those features makes a unique application. So together we can bridge the gap between those who need help and those who provide it. Join us in building a future where no life is lost due to the delays in donations. Thank you for your attention.